Back in the 90s and early 2000s, there was no shortage of black shows, and that was mostly thanks to UPN. We had Moesha, The Parkers, Half and Half, The Game, One on One, All of Us, Everybody Hates Chris, Girlfriends, and that's all from one channel in just one decade. If you broaden your horizon to other channels, you got That's So Raven on Disney Channel. You got Just Jordan, True Jackson VP, Romeo Show, Keenan and Kel, and Cousin Skeeter on Nickelodeon. The original House of Pain on TBS. Bro, we were eating good back in the 2000s, man. So it's crazy to fast forward 2 decades later and we are in a drought of black sitcoms. We have nothing. And the biggest question in my head is, what happened? So today, I thought I'd try to answer that question with a few theories of my own. So, you know what I'm saying? Without further ado, let's talk about the death of black sitcoms, man.
When you mess with Nikki's man, watch out.
You better run.
My first reason is the most obvious reason, and that's the fact that black shows no longer have a home. There is no longer a channel that is dedicated to create black content like it used to be. Like I said in the intro, man, back in the day we had UPN, and UPN homed so many great black shows back in the day. And the crazy part about that being, UPN wasn't even a black channel. It was the same spot where you can catch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Veronica Mars, Star Trek. There was so many other things going on UPN. But what made the channel stand out, especially with the black audience, is the fact that they were the only one really giving these shows a chance. Of course you can find black shows sprinkled around other channels and whatnot, but you was not gonna find them like you did UPN. UPN was the home of black shows. Now, part of the reason UPN took on such a variety of shows back in the day, had their hands in so many baskets, is because they were a struggling channel. They was trying to get their foot in the door with the big dogs. So, unlike everybody else, they were willing to take a lot more risks with what they showed. So, whoever came to them with ideas, and good ideas at that, they jumped on it. But sadly, taking all of these risks didn't help them in the long run, because as we know, they disappeared in 2006. Well, I wouldn't exactly say they disappeared. They merged with WB and became CW. And with that merger, some of the shows stayed, like Everybody Hates Chris, while the rest of them was phased out. And since that merger, there has been no other channels willing to take that risk like they were. Not even BET, which, given the name, Black Entertainment Television, you would think they would be the home for shows like this. But no, BET does nothing. Alright, so BET had us with the music, I'll give them that. But when it came to the shows, all they really did was pick up the ones that was already dead on other channels. There's not a single iconic black sitcom that has come from BET. And it's crazy, once again, considering the fact that it's called Black Entertainment Television. Even with the more modern day channels like Bounce or Dabble. Bounce TV started off as a channel for black creatives, and they were taking some steps to make some interesting shows. But slowly over time, Bounce just became a channel for B-list movies. Nothing else goes on over there. And I don't really think I'm gonna count Dabble because it was made for the purpose of being a throwback channel. So Dabble, you cool as is. But Bounce and BET, there is no excuse for y'all. You had the ball in your hands and y'all fumble. So if we want to look at a reason for why black shows don't really pop off like that nowadays, this is the big one, in my opinion.
Listen up, America. Comedy has a new face. What up? And his name
Hey, yo, man.
is Martin Lawrence.
It's me, Uno Nuno.
Now this one was as simple as it can get. Just straight up, nobody wants to make black sitcoms anymore. Nowadays, everything has to be serious. We can't just have something be fun. Shows nowadays have to touch on deep subjects and sensitive topics. And if it's not doing that, then my golly, it's not worth their praise. Even if the situation is extremely ridiculous, it has to take it serious. And to be real, this is not even just a black thing. This is across the board. There's just a decrease in funny stuff to begin with. But I feel like it's especially bad with us because, like I said, we get less and less funny stuff going on. And the funny stuff is getting replaced with shows about drugs, street life, murder. Where's the creativity, bro? If we gotta be serious, why can't we be serious about anything else? Why does it always have to be drugs and things like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a show called Stranger Things about teenagers fighting demons. What is our equivalent to Stranger Things? Snowfall? A show about crack? You know what I'm saying? Though we even taken classics from the 90s bringing them to modern day and making them serious. We did not need a serious reboot of Fresh Prince. Oh my goodness, we did not need that. Bel-Air is some of the most overdramatic stuff I have ever seen. Like, it takes itself way too serious. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Who could blame them at the end of the day? Because it's supply and demand. People were starting to see sitcoms as corny and cringy, especially the ones with laugh tracks, which I don't understand their hate for laugh tracks. I love them, personally. I have no issue going back to watch stuff like The Parkers, Friends, things like that with laugh tracks, but apparently it's cringy now, so.
This man needs to be stopped. Somebody take away the pen. Tate Tyler, the creative juices have now dried up, and now he's making us drink Kool-Aid. Because what is this? What is this?
Alright, so with the first two segments, we were talking about why we're not seeing as many black shows nowadays. But with this segment, I want to get into the quality of shows that we are getting nowadays. And let me just tell you, it ain't good. Not at all. Bro, I don't know who in their right mind let Tyler Perry, of all people, basically take over for black entertainment. And that kind of sucks to say because I used to love House of Pain, man. House of Pain in the early 2000s was a good show to watch. I remember the anticipation of that cliffhanger of if CJ survived in a house fire. Calvin marrying a chick that used to steal from their house. The hilarious hijinks at the barbershop. House of Pain really used to be good. But nowadays, I'm noticing that it was not because of Tyler Perry. Because House of Pain in his hands equals this. Ew. But he didn't just stop with ruining House of Pain. He created multiple horrible shows. And this is not just a now thing. Like, him and his companions have been at this for years now. Like, I'm being for real now, bro. I want y'all to get in the comments and name me black sitcoms that have come out in the past 15 years that's not Tyler Perry's or doesn't have the word ish at the end of it. I'll wait. I do not like Blackish or any of its spin-offs. I just thought I'd make that clear right now. I hope y'all was able to name at least 5 things. 5 quality sitcoms that came out in the past 15 years. And if you wasn't, that just goes to show how much of a hold this bullcrap has been having on us, bro. And the problem is, we allow it. This stuff only exists because we're not saying nothing about it. We're not speaking with our pockets. Tyler Perry throws out this bullcrap, people eat it up. The truth of the matter is, if we want quality black sitcoms back again, we need to demand it. Stop giving your attention to anything Tyler Perry does. He obviously doesn't value your time, so why value his work? And that goes for anybody else who thinks they can just come up with slop and throw it at us and we'll just eat it. Black entertainment is worth so much more than what we're getting nowadays. And thankfully, somebody in the industry agrees with this sentiment. Somebody by the name of Quinta Brunson, the creator of Abbott Elementary. This show is a beacon of light and a beacon of hope that we can finally get black sitcoms to where they used to be. Because not only is this show funny, not only is this show well written, but it's also a show that dives into a unique concept with characters that grow and evolve. I really do hope that Abbott Elementary is just the beginning of the new golden age of black sitcoms. Because, in my opinion, we've been in a dark age for way too long. It's about time we get some light.